it's MrColz's back with our second baking video, and today we're going to be making MrColz's Crumbly cookie. Now, this is the magical recipe sheet, and about this Crumbly cookie, before you make it, of course, ask a parent because it involves microwave, and it is a mom treat. And you're going to need these things: some butter. You're going to need some granulated white sugar, any type of salt, brown sugar, and baking powder. And this time I'm using the right brown sugar, not coffee sugar. So, and you're also going to need a bowl and milk, but we're not going to need one today. So first, what we're going to need to do is add 2 tablespoons of butter. So, I'm going to go get that. Okay, I got the butter and a knife. Now then again, your kid, you're going to need a parent because it's a knife. Knives can be dangerous. So you're going to take out the butter, and this is a good stick, and we're going to need 2 tablespoons. 1, 2. You're just going to cut it right into there, and you have this little slab of butter. Just get away the paper, if there's any, drop it in the bowl, and now you're just going to have to put it in the microwave for, for like a minute or so, or probably 30 seconds. If we put it in for a minute, it explodes. But my microwave is a setting for butter, so I'll be back when it's done. Oh, and while it's cooking, one thing is, as I was saying, one time when I was doing this, I put the butter in the microwave for 1 minute. Now, it made a little bubble and almost exploded, but remember that imperial butter from the first episode of this? Well, do not microwave imperial butter. It explodes. Like it was all over the microwave and such, and I was spending like 30 minutes cleaning it all out of the little like such. So, this disclaimer, do not use imperial butter if you're microwaving it. Alright? See if this butter's done. Okay, butter's pretty much done there. And just quickly, I'm going to go get a fork. Okay, I got a fork. And now what we're going to have to do is put in 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. So let me go get my measured cups. Okay, we have 1/2 cup, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I only have half a tablespoon for now, but that should work. Now we're going to take the brown sugar, and I'll measure it. But before I start measuring this, I'll put it over a plate so I don't spill any of it. I'm going to take the brown sugar and just put it in there. And there's another problem. The brown sugar is a little too hard. So I'm going to crumble that up. Be back when this is all done. Okay, so this is half a tablespoon. And if you're a person that's on a diet right now or something, I would recommend just half a tablespoon if you're trying to lower your sugar contents. I've had this recipe for a while. It used to be almost like a cup of sugar, so that was like way too much for me. So I just put in a tablespoon, which has been working out. It's still delicious. So I'm just gonna pour in the rest of this brown sugar in, and thank you. I put this in the freezer or something. It's like all blocky. Die! Okay, that's done. Yeah, it's done. Okay, we're gonna pour the rest of the brown sugar in there. And yeah, kids, like, just make sure your brown sugar's good. And if it's frozen, don't try that. Don't try what I just did at home. Right, there we go. That's 1 full tablespoon of brown sugar. I'm going to put that there. And now, what you're going to need is 1/2 tablespoon of white sugar. So, what I'm going to do is, I already had 1/2 tablespoon. So I'm just going to put all the brown sugar in there, and we're going to scoop in some of that. Make sure Papa doesn't catch me eating this. And we're going to put some there. like that. And now, what we're gonna need is a 1/4 tablespoon of baking powder. And I should. Okay, here are my tablespoons. I mean, not teaspoons. Not tablespoons, teaspoons. We're gonna need a 1/4 of teaspoons baking powder. So I have, here's my 1/4 teaspoon. I'm gonna open up the baking powder. Hope this isn't expired, it shouldn't be. Just bought it. Now we're gonna carefully, not a little too much. Use our fingers here and just get it pressed up. That's a perfect 1/4 tablespoon. I'm gonna put that right in there. Close it up. Alright, now we're gonna need 1 pinch of salt. So I'm just gonna portion this into my palm here. That's enough. I'm just gonna put it in there. Okay. And I don't have vanilla with me right now. I just ran fresh out of it. So you don't have to do it. It tastes just fine without the vanilla. Just, yeah. And if you are planning on adding vanilla, it's 1/4 of a teaspoon. So, yeah. And now, what you need to do is grab a fork or spoon and stir your butter, brown sugar, and baking powder all up. Just keep stirring. You should get this weird, come over and show you guys. You should get this weird, like, alien mixture there, and that's fine. Just mix it for a bit. And now what you're going to need to do is put my fork down at 3 tablespoons of flour. So right back when I get my flour. Okay, I got my flour, and this is actually, let me just double check just for a minute. Whew! It's not expired yet. It expires the 30th of May, which is coming up soon. So now what I'm going to want to do is grab my tablespoon measurements. No, do I actually have a full tablespoon? Good look if I do. Aha! I do! It was in the wrong cabinet. Alright. Gonna scoop it up here. The flour can get real messy, so you just want to be real careful. Especially since my bag is a whole in it. I'm just going to chop up the excess stuff. 1 tablespoon. Oh, that's perfect. 2 tablespoons. Oh, that's not the perfect one. 3 tablespoons of flour. For the spoons with an S. Okay. Now what you want to do is you can put the chocolate chips in right now, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to stir it all up. So just keep stirring all the flour and all the mixture in. And what it may look like is that you may need to add more liquid, but trust me, you don't. It starts to turn all into a nice cookie dough. I just realized my first 2 episodes have been about cookies. Huh, because I just never had anything on my recipe list. Alright, my one is coming to a nice crumbly dough here. Just keep mixing it until you get a nice, are you guessing what I'm going to say here? A nice consistency. Yes, the word I'm very fond of. I just realized that. So, just get every single bit of flour in there. Okay, and when you're done stirring, you should get this. Looks like a cereal of some sort. And now, what you want to do is, if you want, you can put in some chocolate chips, but I don't have any, so I'm just going to find something to put in it, and I'll be back. Alright, sadly, I do not have anything to put in it. So we're just going to keep mine as a dough, but if you have any chocolate chips, you can just stick anything you want in there. Okay, and the dough's looking good. Now what we want to do is grab our mug. So I'm just going to sit back when I get a mug. Okay, I got a mug. Alright, now what we're going to do is just carefully pour almost all of our mixture into the mug. If you're making it for 2, then yeah, you can pour in like half of it. Okay, so I'm just going to carefully do this. Oops, that's some. Okay. Alright, almost there. I think that's all. Just the excess in there, and grab that off there, that in there. And now what you're going to do is like kind of flatten it for a bit because it is kind of crumbly. So I'm just going to stick my entire fist in there because I have small hands. I'm going to pat it down with my fingers. Mine is all patted down. Now you will need to get a plate prepared for this, and I'm just going to stick it in the microwave right now. And yeah, it doesn't fill up all of the mug, but trust me, you're not going to eat it right out of the mug. Unless you want to eat it out of the mug, that is. So now we're going to stick it in the microwave for, I think it is 1 minute. So we'll be back when it's done. Okay, mine is done and it is looking just fabulous. So now I'm going to grab a new fork because I cleaned up most of everything. And now we're going to just carefully, no, that's the thing, just let it sit for a minute. And come right back to this Inferno cookie.
A few moments later.
Okay. I think it's all cooled off. So now, carefully, this plate, you can eat it right out the mug if you want, but it's very hard. I'm just gonna check it out first, but yeah, cut it. Oh, there, that's it. Be very careful because this is crumbly. So, like, kind of use a fork or a knife and cut around the edges of the mug. Oh, see, I'm just. Yep, you know, I got some before. Let's try it. That's delicious. Now I'm just gonna. Well, by the looks of it, I couldn't get it out clean. I did last time though. You might be able to get it out cleaner, but for now it looks like MrColz's crumbly cookie has crumbled. But still looks delicious. Looks more like a peasant meal, but it's good. Alright, and now for the final touches. If you have any toppings, just stick them on there, and I'll be back when I'm done with my dessert. Okay? What I did was I sprinkled some blueberries on mine, which should be delicious because I love blueberries. So I'm just gonna dive right into this. Get all the cookie and all the blueberry in there. That is delicious. You have the sweet combination of the blueberry with the, sweet cookie full taste of the crumbly cookie here. So good. In fact, if your cookie doesn't come out right, I recommend you put it on a crumb cake or something. Use it as a topping because these things could be useful. Just get one more dab in that. Love it. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this edition of MrColz's Baking Show, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.
Sugar.